Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Thank you to all the new subscribers, and thanks for all the feedback I got off the previous videos. Just thought I'd do an update video, just one that we're going to just go around what I've done already and make a bit of a note of it, and then in a year's time we'll see what's been done, and it's just a good starting point for January. So I thought that would be a good idea. I was going to do a modelling video, but the stuff I've ordered hasn't arrived yet. Which is quite rare because it's usually here within a day or two, but because it's January, I suppose everybody else is doing the same, so not a problem. I'm patient, no issues. So I just thought I'd do a bit of an update video. I have got a bit of a cold that everybody seems to be getting right now, so apologies if I sound a bit under the weather, but it just won't shift. So going into the new year, my GWR fleet stands at a total of 4 trains. I've got the 153, the Class 43, Class 800 and the Class 57. And they've all got their own little jobs on my little railway. DMU does a little branch line commuter service. The 43 obviously does, it's between the mainline stations, sort of local services. The Class 800 will serve the longer destinations on the network, and the 57 does the Night River area, but it also is seen in daylight on my layout sometimes when it's busy. So they've all got their own little jobs. Unlikely I'm going to get any more trains in the new year. My partner's sort of put a stop to that, saying I've got too many as it is, but she said that when I had just the one. So you know, there's I'm probably going to get something, but at the moment I'm not looking for anything actively. I really like the 158 from Graham Farish. I've been watching a lot of your videos on that, the new one. Really happy with what I'm seeing. I think it'll make it a great addition to my layout, but we'll just have to see with that. I'm also missing freight on my layout. There's always a room for freight on someone's layout. China Clay is obviously a big one for Cornwall, so it would fit into my layout. Class 66 would definitely be welcome, so probably looking to get one of those with some clay wagons as well. Yeah, probably a 66. I mean, I do like the 37s, go back in time, and one day I will go back in time because that's what I'm into, but we'll try and keep to the era at the moment, and like I say, we'll just try and save the money on rather than buy the trains. We'll try and save the money and go on the scenery. So yeah, in terms of rolling stock, my 57 needs sleeper coaches. Might have to go out of era a bit there and go back in time and get some like intercity ones or some Forest Great Western ones or something, just because at the moment I haven't got GWR ones, and I'm not likely to find them either. So might have to just mix and match it a bit just to sort of get it on the layout. But as soon as Great Western or GWR versions come about, hopefully a new release, then I can swap them out. So yeah, so that's what we're going to look into doing. That's my little project, is getting that train complete. Now, starting over here in the corner of the layout, I always wanted to do a beach scene. I just thought the railway running along the beach and then going off away from the coast. In my head, I just really wanted it, and I'm happy that I've done it. In my head, I sort of did plan how it looks. Really, it's turned out exactly how I planned it. I was always worried about doing the sea though, and that's why I've kept it small, because I didn't know how I was going to model the sea, and I just wanted to model it well. So less is more here. It's not a big beach. Well, you have to imagine it goes off to elsewhere, but I sort of was very careful of how I did it, and that's why it's right in the corner, small. And it isn't a tourism beach, it's a natural beach in Cornwall. So there's not a lot of tourism here, so it's not full of beach huts, arcades, things like that. It's just, I've just tried to keep it natural. And that's the beaches I like in real life as well. That's the beaches I go to, and I still go to now in January. I still do swimming in the sea. But yeah, I've got no interest in sort of man-made tourism hotspots. As lovely as they are, still the natural beaches, how I like it. So I hope I've done that justice with the gorse and the boulders and things like that. I will improve these because they are just bits of clay, and the same as that's just clay too, and filler just scraped down, and that's all that is. A woodland scene at Rock Kit might improve this scene, so I might look into doing that, or perhaps on the new layout, that is where I'll go about it. And I probably would make this bigger next time, and I will have a go at doing the sea, because if it goes wrong, the tide's out, and it could just be sand, so no issues really. But it sort of does worry me when I say, oh, this is a natural beach, it's not full of tourism. It also worries me because I do take the railway quite seriously, so I've got to ask the question of, why was the railway here? Why was the railway passing this location? We'll just have to pretend that off the layout over there is the town, and this is just sort of on the edge of the town, and it just so happens passes the beach. So we'll go with that there. The engine house was a big want on the layout. I really want the engine house. It just says Cornwall, sets the scene off so well, so I'm glad I got hold of one of them. Those of you who visit Cornwall know how iconic these are along the coast, and as well as anywhere really, because you can go anywhere in Cornwall and find these, even in people's gardens. So I really wanted it, and I'm glad I got it. So that was one of the first purchases for the layout. So moving around, you got the bridge, you got the car park here, just your stony car park, nothing too, like I say, nothing man-made as such. Just moving around here, bit of a moorland, gorsey bit of wasteland. And I've put some trees in. Trees are a bit difficult about scale, but I think they look okay in the background there. And then moving around here, obviously some little Cornish houses. A lot of work needed here. They're not level, so I need to level that out and add some little gardens, or just some little walls or something, just to sort of make it look right. They need a bit tidying up because glue marks here, and just the paint job isn't the best, but they were Kestrel kits, about £6 each, so they didn't really cost a lot really. So I thought, well, I'll buy them and make my own out of them. And then got Postman Pat there, added the scale model scenery fence, and I think that really sets off. I think that really, looking over here, I really like that. I think that looks really good. And then just moving down the road. The road is made of filler, so it has got, I can see the texture here on the camera. I think I quite like that. It looks nice. Could probably do a bit of a sanding off, but I like the little marks that I've been able to make with my finger. I think it looks better than a card, which is down there, which I might redo. But I keep bugging myself about this, but like I said just now about why was the railway here, well, I'm not 100% sure on that, but we can assume that this was the old, well, it is the old goods yard when it was steam days, or in the 80s or something, and the land has been bought up and developed on. So that's why we've got a nice new unit here. I'm not quite sure what the story was here. Perhaps it didn't come out as far as it did, and there was another side in here. We have to leave that to the imagination. Luckily, some 40 years might have passed, and those of you who go to old railway sites know how much that has changed. So yeah, it's difficult. I always like to try and make a bit of a story of why the layout exists, why the railway's there. And we'll just say that it like I said, it passes through the coast, serving the coastal towns, and there was an old goods yard here that has now been developed on, and that is why the bay platform is being kept, and that serves the branch line that is around the corner there. But yeah, I have in the little wasteland here, I've added old sleepers just to give it a bit of life, and some old rail there as well. That just helps make the scene a bit. So yeah, a lot of work needed in this area. A lot of work to bring it up to scratch. I've sort of done all this within an evening. It's on the right track. But I was thinking about doing the unit as like a workshop or a mechanic. Going back to the good yard situation, obviously it's not needed now, so the land has been sold off. And I just think a little space like this out of the way of that is sort of a prime location for little businesses to set up. So that's the backstory. The land's been sold up, been developed on, and local businesses have moved in. So that's the plan there. And I was planning on filming that for yourselves as well, of us sort of doing it together, modelling it together. So that's what we'll look to do in the next month or two. I have to redo this, I think. I just don't like card. I just don't think it looks good. I think, at least with the filler, it's hard. It's got the texture to it. I think it looks quite good. I'll have a different to that. And plus it clashes with the platform. So I'll probably redo this here. Moving on to the station. I'm not 100% sure I've done the right thing with the card kit. I think it looks okay, but I think I could have done better. So may redo it, but not actively plan on it, but may redo it, simply because they're sort of in place now and the banisters around them, and I don't want any misfit, so we say, if I try and because I'll probably go down the wood method, cutting the wood out and then like adding card or filler on top of it to give it the look that I need it to do. But I just don't know if it'll work, so I'm not quite sure if I'm ready for that big commitment. But I don't think like I said, I don't think I would use these again. But I am happy with them, but just not the best. I really like the canopy, fiddly, but I think it looks great. And then hopefully we've got enough space here for a footbridge to go here, because obviously passengers can't get to the other platform. I really wish, and on the next layout, I think there'll be access both sides, so we don't need a footbridge. And then there's the argument of less able passengers, they can actually get over to the different platforms. A lot of work I'll need on the station as well. I have ordered things for the station, like people and benches, and just to bring it up to life, because there is no life here whatsoever. There's nobody waiting. It just looks a bit boring. So that is also going to be a video as well of us just sort of placing things down and just making them look a bit, used. So yeah, that's the station as well. That's it for the moment. That's just where we are with it, as where we've caught up. We've got loads of little details to add to this area before I'll move on, and I'll probably move on in that direction. Got a few little plans, so yeah, thanks ever so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much.